Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
Are you fed up with Major League Baseball games typically running 3.5, even 4 hours? Well, the growing length of baseball games has been a pet peeve of mine for the last several years. Baseball officials have finally agreed. In an attempt to shorten games, they're testing out a pitch clock at some levels in the minor leagues this year. The High A Midwest League, which the Beloit Sky Carp play in, is one of those leagues. The clock is right there on the center field fence at ABC Supply Stadium in clear view for the batters. There are two more clocks behind home plate in clear view of left-handed and right-handed pitchers. If there are no runners on base, there are 14 seconds between pitches. If there is a runner on base, pitchers have 18 seconds to make the next pitch. If the clock hits zero before the pitch is delivered, the pitcher is penalized with an automatic ball call.
I fell victim to the violation a couple times last week, but that was really my first interaction with struggling with it.
There's pressure on the hitters too. Once the ball is in the pitcher's hand, the batter has 9 seconds to get set in the batter's box, or he can be penalized with an automatic strike call.
14 seconds with the batter needing to be ready at 9 seconds is kind of a little bit not enough time. As a hitter, I mean, you foul one off or something like that and you want to reset. That pitch clock starts right when the ball is fouled off and then another ball is thrown into play. So it's kind of tough to be able to, step out of the box, reset, and then get back in.
Batters are allowed to call time once per at bat to regroup. Pitchers can step off the rubber twice to buy more time, but the clock generally keeps ticking. It's toughest on pitchers who are struggling.
One thing we have kind of talked about in the bullpen is if a guy's out there kind of struggling to throw strikes or getting hit around a little bit, we want time to take a deep breath, kind of reset our body a little bit, and with that pitch clock, you just really don't have time for that.
How often do you glance at the clock?
I try not to look at it so I can keep my eye on the glove and stay locked in on the batter, but there are times, probably right when I engage with the rubber, I'll glance over just to see, hey, I got 9 seconds or 10 seconds or something like that.
Do your players tell you from time to time, I feel rushed out there, I don't like it?
No, actually not. At the beginning, yes, because it's something that they needed to get used to it. But now that we've been doing it all season long, they got used to it, they like it.
The pitch clock also speeds the pace of the action between batters. There are 30 seconds maximum before the next pitch needs to be thrown. The clock also runs between innings, only 2 minutes 15 seconds before the action picks up again. The clock has done its job. The length of minor league games has dropped by almost half an hour, from an average of 3 hours 4 minutes without the clock to 2 hours 35 minutes with the clock. The Sky Carp players have adjusted to it and they've accepted it.
In terms of speeding the game up a little bit and kind of getting it moving along, it's been great.
You think you're going to be dealing with this the rest of your career?
I think so. Just games are quicker and people want that.
I think ultimately this is going to be better for the fans. As a player, it's one of those things I'm going to have to, kind of get through it no matter what.
One thing all the players do like about the pitch clock is they're getting home earlier from the ballpark each night. In Milwaukee,